Welcome back to Honey Badger 3D Print and Paint. Today, we're looking at Photocentric's new resin. But before we do that, roll those credits and a word from our sponsor.
PCBWay are proud sponsors of the channel. They offer industry-leading 3D printing services covering all types of materials and processes. They also offer industry-leading online CNC machine services from milling, machining, and turning in all the materials you could possibly need. They also offer a fully online prototyping PCB service. Everything from assembly through to design, you can do it all online with an easy system to use for quality. So for all of your needs, check out PCBWay in the link in the video description.
Right, welcome back. So, this resin, we've been using this for a few months. As you know, we've done a few videos with Photocentric, one of which being the Ecto 1 Ghostbusters car. A lot of that car has been printed in this. Now, the one we've been using, it's just labelled development resin. It's actually now on sale on their site, but it's actually called Basics resin, I believe. I will check that. So yeah, on their website, this is UV Basics resin, and it's $19.99 excluding VAT, so plus VAT per litre. Now, this resin is a little bit thicker than, say, Sunlu. So the exposure has to go up a tiny bit to use this. But what it does do is print flawlessly. Now, they asked if we'd do a video for the release of their resin, so I thought we'd better print out some stuff for it, because obviously the Ecto 1 car, although it's printed, you can't see it anymore, it's all painted. So we needed to print out some stuff. So I did a few little bits. I did this like Troll King. Then I did a second one and primed it so you could see all the detail. I did a little bust of the mask. I did do a second one of them and prime it, but I lost it. I then printed out this. Now this was all done on the Frozen Mini 8KS. I printed this out. Now, this is a bust by somebody called Duncan Luca. It's available to buy. I believe it's like £6, something like that. It's not expensive. And it's this man with all these worms growing out of his head. It's quite grotesque. I printed this about six years ago on FDM. About twice the size of this. Painted it, and I really enjoyed painting it because you could just use any of the colours you like. Whatever you want to do. It's fun to print. So I thought, oh, I see this again. I thought, gonna put that on. So I printed that. And when it came off, I thought, that looks really good in resin. So we thought, perhaps we should do a bigger one. Just so happens, at the time, in the workshop here, we had the Apex, the X1. So, we stuck that on bigger. To 400%. This is heavy. This is heavy. It's heavy and lots of support. We have washed this and cured it. We've now got to try and get the supports off of this. So, by the magic of television, we're going to remove these supports, prime it, so you can see it. So by the magic of television, and we're back. What seemed like a second for you was a very, very, very long time for us. Removing these supports was, I'm not going to say an enjoyable experience, because once you have a close-up look at this, now it's been primed, you'll see how many small details in this that are all supported. And it was not fun, not pleasant, and lasted a really, really long time. So before we go any further, let's take a closer look at these models. Right, so first of all, we have this like troll type king. Printed really lovely, really nice. So did a second one, primed it. There you go. Now you can see all the details on that. Skin textures, teeth, armour, crown, all came out really, really nice. We then did the mask bust. And again, the brim of this hat, really quite thin. The feather on the top of his hat, that's really thin. Printed really well. We then come on to the small worm head. So you can see there's a crazy amount of detail in this thing. Then we come on to the big one. Pull this out a little bit. Right, so now you can see this. You can see how much detail is on this model. Boils all around. Boils on the face, the head. All of these worms coming out of literally every part of him. And the mouth, the detail on this mouth, I love. So you can see how many small crevices there are in this that were full of supports. Like, this model is fantastic. So it is hollow, obviously, as you just see, because we're not insane. Right, so as I said, we've been using this for a few months. We're lucky enough that Photocentric kept sending us bottles of this as we were doing the Ecto 1 to print it all out. For this video, all of this stuff was done on the Frozen Mini 8KS, and big one was done on the Apex. So we have previously used this on our Mega 8K, Mighty 8K, Mini 8KS, the Nova 3D WOW, the Apex Maker, the M3 Max, the GK2. I think that's pretty much all the printers we've used this on. So as you can see, this is not, we've had to really tune in order to get this to work on a printer. It's not. It's just about an extra second curing time on this, especially on your base layers. They're a little bit higher, but it prints really well. And it's just a case, throw it in the printer, up the curing time a second, bang, away you go. It's pretty much really well low odor. So as I say, grab yourself a bottle of this. It's on their website now. It's listed as UV Basics HD Black Resin, and it's $19.99 plus VAT. Grab yourself one bottle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in this video there's going to be a link where there's actually going to be a bit of a discount for anyone who wants to buy it. I can't remember how much. Have a look. It will tell you. Grab yourself a bottle, try it out, see what you think. Leave us some comments once you've tried it. Let us know how it went. Email us, send us some pictures of what you've done. We'll happily pass them on to Photocentric. Any comments, any pictures, we'll pass a lot on to them. We're going up there this week to deliver that massive Ecto 1 car, because if you're going to go to any of the shows, especially if you're going to go at Form Next this year, car's going to be there, it's going to be on show, so probably be advertising this resin. So if you see it, take a picture of that, send it to us, tag us in it. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.